Hey, this is Corey from Wolfpack Woodcraft, and today I'm going to show you how I use my sleeping pad with my sleeping bag to make me as comfortable as possible in the woods. So stay tuned. Alright, so when I'm in the woods, if I have this is either crammed at the bottom of my backpack, and I just cram it in there. I don't roll it, I don't anything, I just cram it down there. Or it's rolled up with my bedroll. So I'll unroll this and I'll put this inside of it, and then I'll roll that up. Okay, I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna undo them anyway. So it's all about saving space. I got a small pad. It's the Thermarest X-Therm. I'll do a review on that later. I got a sleeping bag. I got a wool blanket. I'm gonna inflate this and show you how I use this in conjunction with both. All right, well, I got my sleeping pad all inflated now. I let some of the air out, got it to right where I like it. It's the right softness for my personal needs. Now, a lot of people just take their sleeping bag, put it on top of their sleeping pad, and they call her good, okay? What I find when I do this, I like to toss and turn in my sleep. I'm a side sleeper, but I'm not a one-side sleeper. I go from side to side all night. And so I twist and I turn and I get all tangled up in my sleeping bag. And so what I do is I have a mummy style sleeping bag. So I get a mummy style sleeping pad and I put it inside. And then I use the hood and the foot box, the hood of the sleeping bag and the foot box down here to hold it in place. And so now it keeps the sleeping pad underneath me, and it also keeps my zipper off to the side, and I can roll around. Let's zip it up. Oh, it's warm in here too, guys. But now I can roll around and my zipper stays on the side. My sleeping pad stays underneath me. And it's just a better night's sleep because everything stays where it's supposed to stay and you're not all tangled up. And it's easier to wake up and get out if you have to go to the bathroom, or if you're up for the day, you're not tangled trying to find that zipper. It's right where it's supposed to be. So that's how I do that. And then if I'm going to use the sleeping bag with the wool blanket, I just put the wool blanket, I keep it folded in half. So right now it's in half. And I just use that as a blanket over the top because the R value of this sleeping pad is huge. And so I don't really need anything underneath me. So I bent through the top of the sleeping bag. So if it's warm out, I use less. If it's cold out, I use more layers on top, and it usually keeps me pretty warm. Okay, but if I'm using just the wool blanket, okay, so when I'm using just a wool blanket, I obviously can't lay it out like this in my tent or my hammock, so I just put the head at a corner and I go from there. But for the sake of showing you, I got it spread out in my living room. What I do is I take this corner, pull it up, give myself a little foot box, and then wrap up this way, wrap up, Use this to wrap up over the top. Oh, and I use this to stay warm at night. So now I have layers of wool, and oh, it's hot. And I just layer those layers, and it gets warm. It gets really warm. This sleeping pad is the key, but the technique you use in doing all this really helps too. All right, so foot box. This goes across my legs. This goes across like this, and then I take this and I wrap it up higher, and now I'm wrapped up in here, comfy cozy. Oh, and it's hot and it's nice and it's warm, and this is how I like to sleep out in the woods. I usually have a pillow too, unless I'm in the hammock. But yeah, so that's a couple little tricks you guys can use if you guys are using a sleeping pad and a sleeping bag, or a wool blanket, or both, or whatever your sleep system is. It's just a little trick to keep everything situated at night. So there's another video. If you like it, like it. If you have any questions or knowledge, make sure to leave that in the comment section. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and come join the pack. Thanks, guys.